Fox News alert right now. Beto O'Rourke is holding an event in Iowa after announcing his 2020 presidential run today. This is a new poll shows the former Texas congressman as a top-tier candidate, ahead of more seasoned politicians like Senators Cory Booker, Kirsten Gillibrand, and Amy Klobuchar. The power panel now. Xochitl Hinojosa, communications director for the DNC, Democratic National Committee, and Zach Wamp, former Republican congressman from Tennessee. Great to have you both. So what do you make of the rollout now of Beto O'Rourke? And a big question in Slate.com and maybe other places, but this article is huge. Why is he in this race? What do we know about him? Hinojosa?
You know, I think right now you see Beto O'Rourke and you see the enthusiasm and his message out there that he will be for everybody. But you're also seeing that from all the Democrats.
Yeah.
I think what's happening right now, and you've seen this, Harris, is there's a lot of enthusiasm on the Democratic side. You see record number of grassroots donations with a lot of the candidates, and you see them crisscrossing the country talking about the issues. And so right now, this is great for the Democratic Party. You have Democrats talking about their values, talking about the economy, talking about health care, all the issues that voters care about. And so we're going to have this debate over the next few months, and voters will get to decide from a large field of candidates that only helps the Democratic Party.
Yeah. So you know what, Zach, what I'm curious about, you saw the president today. He's already kind of hinted what a nickname could look like with Beto O'Rourke. He talked about his hands and all of that. And he was talking about an event. You could clearly see hand movement as well on his rollout this morning as he sat next to his lovely wife, Amy. So my question for you is, the president saying, you know, I don't care if it's Biden or O'Rourke, he's ready.
Well, and Biden's real deep on experience, and O'Rourke is not very deep on experience. And I don't know if the Democratic Party can bring itself to nominate either one of these white men. It's going to be interesting to see. One thing Beto said today, though, about no PAC money, no corporate money, no lobbyist money, and he will raise a lot of small donor individual contributions, as has Sanders, as has Warren. And what I say to Republicans is don't underestimate the power of these younger Democrats, whether it's AOC or Beto, raising all that money from individuals. We need to do the same thing. I just told Speaker Gingrich in the green room that Republicans need to go after small donor contributions because the day of dark money, unregulated money, frankly, may be behind us. Don't defend the status quo. This is a new day. There's a lot of energy, not much experience here, but there's a lot of energy.
Yeah, and you mentioned the former Speaker Gingrich in our green room. He was on Outnumbered in the center seat today, and a lot of people have been talking about these candidates getting in. So, Xochitl, I ask you, as you see a realignment now, let's go back to this big wall so people can see what I'm talking about. Beto O'Rourke was down in like that 3% zone. Now that he's announced, look at that, it's nearly doubled. He's right behind Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris. And then, of course, running away with more than 50% of the polling pack right now are Sanders and Biden. Well, why do you think that is? Why is O'Rourke in this race? What does he bring?
So I think that you're hearing his message here today, and he will have to answer that to voters. He will have to talk about his ideas.
Do you know why?
For
because
the
a lot of
economy.
people are asking today. They don't know. After 3 terms as a congressman and 1 run at the Senate, they're not quite sure yet who he is.
So first of all, I think that all of these candidates have way more experience than Donald Trump did when he ran for president. And I will say that all of them are bringing ideas to the table. And I think that what you saw when he ran for Senate, you saw enthusiasm, you saw him talk about the economy, but you're also seeing that from Bernie Sanders, and you're seeing that from Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren. Everyone is talking about democratic values, the economy,
well, what I am
healthcare,
seeing is a pushback on questions about democratic socialism. I'm going to have to let you both go, though. It's interesting when I ask you why Beto O'Rourke is in the race, you essentially said President Trump. I mean, in a short way. It's an interesting answer. Zach, Xochitl, good to see you both. Thank you.
Good to be with you.